For this part of the tutorial, we're going to create the headband. To start, I'm going to take the stroke tool, and in a new layer, I'm going to create headband. So here, I'm in the layer. I'll go ahead and lock my other layers. And with my mirror on, I did that in settings. I can go down and trace the outline of what I want. Right now I'm in ink, meaning I have tapered ends. So I'm going to delete it, press the purple button, and go to stroke. Here, I'll have cleaner ends. That's kind of thick, so I can go down in size by going left to right on my thumbstick. From here, I can go in, hit simplify points, and begin to edit. If you put the edit point right here against the mirror, you'll have clean geometry across both sides. I try to keep both sides symmetrical regarding edit points, so that way I can have the cleanest, most straightforward surfaces and other parts of geometry that I can make. Okay, I'm going to add a point here as well. In these orange, this orange frame right now, we're going to keep this part, but we're going to delete the part inside, so that way we're using it right now as kind of just a guide, but that way we have a really clean looking headband in the end. And the orange piece wouldn't actually go all the way up top in most headphones anyway, because that's how you would adjust, so it wouldn't actually go to the top. All right, I'm using Smart Move here. I'll do it again right here. This second point helps me prevent like a mountaintop right here. That's important to note. All right, and that looks good enough for now. So what we're gonna do, edit this one again, go side to side. So what we're gonna do first is use something called bridge curves. So once you have your geometry aligned and you think it looks right, what we're going to do is we're going to turn down visibility on the frame, turn off the ink actually, so we have a cleaner look. All right. And then what we're going to do, make sure your frame is the way you want it, is we're going to press the purple button in our non-drawing hand. We're going to go to Surface. We're going to stay in Simplified, and we're going to tear this menu off. So we're going to go to Bridge Curves Beta in Simplified, and we're going to have this initial tension, which is the cross section of the surface, at flat. Then we're going to squeeze the trigger in our non-drawing hand, and then squeeze the trigger in our drawing hand. That'll snap the surface to the stroke. So now we're going to go in and edit more specifically to make sure that our surface lines up with our stroke. So now that we've got this, what we're going to do is use the Smart Move to move this headband up, press the trigger in our drawing hand, and then bring it back down. Now we have two copies of it. Notice it's snapped back on the way down. And what we can do is, for now, to create the padding on the underside of it, we're going to press the blue button, we're going to go to Prefabs and turn the face off. Now I'm going to go in, I'll also go into my workspace by going to Settings and then pressing this little guy up here. And now I can bring this torch into the scene. So I'll grab, edit, and now first of all, I need to press convert to subdivision object beta. Now, what I can do is press this black button in my right hand, my drawing hand, grab crease, and then on every other set of vertices, I can create a crease, and then I can make it puffy in between by bringing out the middle point in between those rows. And that way you get kind of a puffy, almost sort of animated look. I want to add more of those, however, so I'll go back, and then see this blue pyramid on my drawing hand? If I switch it by going right or left on the thumbstick to just these blue lines, that means I can create quick subdivisions within the existing surface. The blue pyramid is the selector for how you're going to control this geometry. Once you have those looking the way you want, go back to your layers, turn the frame off of lock and turn the visibility on. And then I'll go to the side that I worked on. I'm going to add points where these intersect. And then I'm going to delete the rest of these points. Now, I can slide this top part back down. I'm going to change the color of one of these surfaces. And that way, I can go through and edit all of this to make sure no surfaces are intersecting incorrectly. We're going to create an input cable by first going to primitives. Here, we're going to select the cylinder, and this is a two-handed gesture. I'll bring it and scale it up so that it looks like a fastener. Position it correctly. And from here, I'm going to go to my layers and make sure this is on its own layer. I'll name it cable. From here, we'll move this out of the way. We're going to go back to the purple button and go to stroke. I'm going to use mixed input mode and go to the left on my thumbstick to make it a skinnier chord. Here, I'll create some freestyle geometry. I'll grab it, press the blue button, and immediately go to simplify points. That'll help clean my line up considerably. From here, we can edit these points and make it a little bit longer. Now what I'm going to do is grab this reference image, and using it, I can create the end of my cable. Here, what I'm going to do is go to the purple button, go to revolve, and go to point mode. I'll tear this off, and from here, I can set my axis by feather or half holding on my non-drawing hand. From here, I can use my dominant trigger to create points, and my non-dominant trigger to create endpoints. I can go in and create the band as well by clicking just a few more times. And then I can go in and edit against this image to make sure I get it right. Finally, the last thing I'll do is make sure that my stroke lines up with both my input and the fastener up here.